Well, now, Mr. Lawbreaker, seems you've run out of your options. I can't speak for my partner here, but I know I'll gain plenty of enjoyment from hauling you off to a certain place that rhymes with bail.
Rhymes with bail. I can only think of jail.
Yeah, duh. Vince Gumshoes wins again! Oh, well, howdy, howdy ho. I wasn't expecting such a crowd for this small-time bust. My name's Vince Gumshoes. I'm a private detective, or at least I'm pretty sure that's what I'm classified as. I've been getting mighty good at this whole detectivery thing, if I do say so myself. There are people besides me who share that opinion, not just me.
You dirty crook! Face my left hook!
Oh, yes, how could I forget? This here's my lovely sidekick, Rhonda Rhimes. She's been partnered with me for almost as long as I've been doing my thing.
When we said freeze, you should have listened! Now you'll face 4 years in prison!
I don't know why she always speaks in rhyme, though. Bah, who cares? I don't need to give you all the nitties or the gritties. Here's all you really need to know. My name's Vince Gumshoes, and that's Rhonda Rhimes. We are top-tier detectives, and we can and will solve any crime thrown our way, and that's the Gumshoes guarantee.
Excuse me, sir. I don't mean to prod, but what I just watched you do was odd. You seem to think there's a crowd in front of you, and it was you they wish to interview. But we're not on a stage. There's nobody there. Nobody there at all.
Oh, I know there's nobody there, Rhonda. Nobody there, nobody there. I'm only just being a fool, hopelessly practicing for something I can only ever pretend the existence of. Look, Rhonda, being a detective is great and all, but being a great detective doesn't quite have the veil of prestigery when no one knows who you are. I mean, look at the fellow we just busted. His crime? Grand larceny. If only I could get some recognition. I could be recognized by the High Detectives Guild, and then I'd have so many opportunities. But when no one knows who you are, all you're able to do is the petty conundrums you get hired for. So sometimes I like to practice for if we ever get discovered. But sometimes I don't even know why I even bother. We'll never be in the public's beautiful eye.
Oh, sir, don't you fret. I'm sure our chance is coming yet.
I wouldn't bet on it, Ms. Dr. Seuss in pajamas.
Well, Police Chief Scranton. Wasn't expecting to see you here. It's grand to see ya. What brings you to our captivating crime bust?
Oh, shut your slurring trap, Gumshoes. You know, Vince, you should be happy that nobody knows who you are. Because all of your screw-ups keep getting blamed on my police station. Have you ever wanted to be in a court case, Vince? One day, somehow, I'm gonna find something on you that'll make sure you can't do super sleuthing anywhere around this town again.
Man, you really need to start drinking coffee in the morning. You're really grouchy, Chief.
I'll drink some when you become a real detective.
Well, prepare to pair that coffee with a side of your own words in the coming weeks. Vince is on the brink of his time to shine. He'll get verified. You just wait and see.
Verified? Oh, you mean by the High Detectives Guild? Ha ha! Never happening. They only pay attention to you when you've got talent. And like I said, you've got nothing but luck. Maybe they'll read about you when you get struck by lightning twice.
Lightning?
Morons.
What's happening? Dad, is that really you? Did you finally get the milk?
Oh, jeez. Come on, little birdie. Let's get you in your cage.
Can we at least play catch first?
Oh. Oh, yeah. I should have everything wrapped up by now. I should be back in time to continue discussing development of an all-diffusing water for bombs.
We have a bit of a situation down here.
A situation? What's the occasion?
You know the feuding triples?
Yeah?
Well, there's no beating around the bush here. We found a bomb between the two establishments.
A bomb? An entire bomb was found?
Yes, diffused, of course. The problem is, we don't know how or why it got there, or even which building it was supposed to detonate. It's a real mystery.
Don't say that word!
A mystery! A case! 100-degree pig snake in a bread bun, Harasamato! And with a thankfully no longer ticking time bomb, no less. Come on, Rhonda. I think this could really be our big break.
Last one at the crime is simply rotten grime!
Don't you two do anything horrible around my bomb squad!
Dad, where'd my 14 pet goldfish go? Why's my piranha the only one left?
Maybe we'll find out at the jail. Come on, let's go.
Wowee! I never seen a police response like this. I'm so glad nobody actually died. So I can compliment how cool the crime scene looks.
This place is like a detective's holy grail. Compared to this, all our other cases will pale.
Let's get down to case details, detectives. As I'm sure you're aware, this street is right in between what we call the dueling triples, two rivaling inns that constantly compete with each other for business.
So it's a couple of hotels.
Not quite. Over on the left is the MMM Hotel. It's been around for only about 7 years at this point, but has been a huge source of business and track on the block. Some famous people have come and performed here as well. Now, looking to your right, you'll see the HHH Motel.
So there's an MMM hotel and an HHH motel?
Yes, confusing, I know. Anyways, the Triple H has been around for a few decades. Actually, I believe it was a family business. It's nowhere near as clean, nice, tidy, or good as the Triple M, but its low prices compared to the hotel keep the customer rates up.
Hey, how dare you say my baby ain't up to snuff? We got a lot more than prices going for us.
Oh yeah?
Mhm.
Oh, like rats in your bed and breakfast? You'll never outlast the MMM.
Oh, can it, Catherine? We are the true family business around here, trying to survive, and in a successful manner, mind you.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Your success is only thanks to your daddy.
No.
Mhm.
How dare you bring my father into this? You stench-ridden flea bag!
The amount of new insults I've heard today is getting pretty insane.
Vince, that must be a gag. You've never heard stench-ridden flea bag?
Shut up. Who are these two verbal powerhouses we're looking at here?
That would be the owners of the HHH and MMM respectively. Gil over there runs the Triple H and has for years. He inherited it from his parents, but used to work at the motel back when they ran it. Catherine Cecil, meanwhile, owns the Triple N. It was apparently a recurring wish on her Christmas list to run a hotel, and her father finally bought her one a few years ago. He's the CEO of H2.50, the world's most extensive and versatile brand of water, known for having invented 68 new kinds of liquids, so the family is rich. Ever since Catherine moved down here, these two have been feuding like a kaiju and a Kong.
Well, Gil is obviously the Kong in that analogy. What it's...
Miss, what's your name? If I may, I have more queries about this here case. While the lore of the inns is indeed interesting, the details of the bomb seem a bit more pressing. From what I've heard, it seems the bomb laid on no obvious side, so it could have been set to destroy either building. Now, well, Gil and Catherine do chide. Do you think they would commit an explosive killing?
Well, first of all, I actually have a name. It's...
Details, please.
Fine. Yes, Miss Supergirl. It is indeed true that we found a bomb in the location where we are unsure if it was supposed to blow up in the HHH or the MMM.
Well, I hope whoever did it had some sense and was trying to get rid of Catherine's little Yule gift.
Oh, well, I hope that it was you or one of your cronies, because then you'd spend a life in prison.
Well, if it, yeah, if it was one of y'all, that's good for me too. You know what? I don't even care which one it was. I'm at a peace of mind. Whichever building it was supposed to blow up, that's good for me.
Wait! That's not fair!
Oh, Miss Cecil, I don't think aggression is a good idea right now. Not with all the cops around. Plus, I don't want to see you behind bars. You're like a mom who actually loves me.
Oh, Stevie, that is deeply depressing. Well, you're probably right. I should try to calm myself.
Sounds good, Mrs. Cecil. No way!
There is no way. Actually, look at that. That's what you got right now.
I can barely believe mine own if it isn't the in-person paladin himself.
This Gumshoes!
Stevie Wilson.
Oh, well, and if it isn't, the worm of books known for losing his rooks.
Jeez. People have no chill these days.
It's been too long, my dude.
I'd like to negotiate for shared custody over that sentiment. Me and Stevie here founded the chess club in our high school.
You could have done superhero club or detective club or anything of the sort. Instead, you decided to form a geek squad with a red-headed cohort.
Man, Rhonda, after all these years and you still hate me? Why can't we just be friends?
I suppose, in her defense, we did spend a lot of time in that club, maybe a bit too much. But you know, I never figured the relationship Rhonda would be most worried about her position for would be as my best friend. I always figured she'd have a crush on me at some point.
Vince, I'm gay. Anything to say?
Well, I am too, so no need to fuss. Well, dude, how the hucky cruck have you been?
Oh, I've been okay. After high school, I decided to start a business of Apple-themed board games. That failed miserably. But luckily, Mrs. Cecil offered me a position as a receptionist at the Triple M Hotel. So it's been smooth sailing ever since.
Hey, dude, so you're doing good for yourself, huh?
Mm-hmm.
But wait, if you're part of the Triple M staff, doesn't that make you a suspect?
Now that idea brings joy to my mind. The thought of Stevie in questioning. Sublime.
Well, actually, Stevie here is the only person we can 100% rule out as the suspect.
I don't know what I feel more of, disappointment or intrigue. How do we know Stevie has his hands clean?
Well, you can thank me, the amazing Gil Warper, for that piece of evidence.
This is going to be the name of a guy I'll try to forget the name of out of spite due to sheer annoyance.
Hey, just listen to what he has to say. You know, I'm thankful to be proven innocent, but jeez.
Okay, now don't you all act all antagonistic to an individual such as I. You all simply can't be impressed by the feats I've reached. True disappointment you people are.
Just get to the point. How come Stevie's innocent?
Well, I, Gil Warper, have recently made a scientific breakthrough. Let me just show you down here. What you see before you is a device of the future. I call it the Ginger Tracker 3000.
Ooh. Sounds derivative.
Hey, Cammy, strange detective man. I may not be good at names, but I am extraordinary at creation. The Ginger Tracker 3000 is a device that detects any individual that's a redhead or a ginger in the nearby area.
So I'm guessing you never detected him moving at the scene of the crime. Even still, how can we prove your science fair machine works fine?
You'd be surprised how many gingers we have on the bomb squad. It all works fully fine with them.
As glad as I am to know Stevie did no wrong, why the peck neck does this fellow have a machine designed for tracking gingers?
Well, for one, it was an incredible business opportunity. Hatred for gingers is at an all-time high these days, and the ability to perform privacy invasion is a hot commodity among those kinds of people. Well, as for why I was tested it here, well, I've got one little conspiracy theory about a Catherine Cecil. I do believe that she, Miss Cecil, might be wearing a wig and be actually a ginger herself. I've been unable to prove it, but with my magnum opus, I just might.
Okay. I'm out. Nice talking to you, Vince.
Well, yeah, of course, you go off and defend your own kind.
of death.
Well, I don't see what the problem is.
Sir, we're doing an event today. Why don't we head back to the hotel?
Oh, yo, another person. Hello. How do you do on this fine day?
Well, detectives, I must say I'm doing swell. I hope you two are as well.
I feel like I've seen your face before.
If there's anyone's face you would recognize, it would be mine.
No, I'm sorry. One character at a time. Excuse me, sir. Please check back in 5.
Well, I guess that leads back to me. Unfortunately, there may have been some reasons my face have gone around your systems. A few years back, I got roped into an exotic animal selling ring. I've sold animals you've never even heard of. That's how rare they were. Things I saw there, I probably won't ever see again.
Oh, dang, shucks. I'm sorry to hear about that.
Luckily, the police arrested me. I don't know how else I was gonna escape. I did my time, but then I was ready to get back on life. Problem is, nobody wants to hire a 40-year-old convict who may have driven Mammoths into extinction. That, wasn't until Gil. Gil's been in prison. He knows how hard it is to get back on your feet. He's all about second chances, I applaud that man and all that he's done for me.
Well, dang. I really hope you didn't commit this crime, Buford. You seem like a super nice fellow, and I wish the best for you.
Many, many things.
Shadiest guy I've seen in a long time. I meant everything I said, but wow. Anywho, what was that other rando's deal?
Greetings, detectives. I am Hans Lieberg. On 14 separate occasions, I have used explosives to detonate buildings. However, I have been reprimanded each time, but have served minimal sentences, mostly due to the fact that many judges ruled that I was not a terrorist, just someone with a mental fixation with bombs. I am furious at the individual that caused these bomb threats because they put me in jeopardy due to my reputation.
Just out of random curiosity, would you attack this person with explosive ferocity?
My attacks have never killed an individual. And should I get a craving for explosives once again, they never will. I want you detectives to find this person and to put them in jail for years. Not just for their use of explosives, but for their clear inexperience at handling them. Can you promise me that?
Not really. We're only human.
Don't listen to Vince. We'll solve this mystery in a cinch.
Amazing to hear.
Rhonda, the first rule of detective stuff is not to make promises, isn't it?
Honestly, why do you care? We've broken rules a lot. I'm breaking mine right now by not rhyming.
I know, and it scares me.
You two!
Oh, hey, wait, is that?
What the speak and spell are you two doing here now?
Solving the case, Chief. I didn't exactly see you trying to solve the mystery.
Good grief. Now, mostly so I can laugh at how bad your information is, what have you two been able to find out regarding this case, if anything?
Well, we were going to interview soon, but for now, all we have is the ramblings of loons.
I don't know why I expected either of you to form a coherent thought, but now there is absolutely zero reason for either of you two to be here. So on my orders, scram!
But you're not our superior.
But you're not our superior. The law is your superior.
That was a terrible impression of me. You didn't even slur your S's.
So help me God, Vince. I have had it up to here with you now. Now, Make like Stuart Groglone did in the 1993 chess tournament and get out of here.
Hold the darn phone there, Chief. Say that name again.
Stuart Groglone.
Good Nashio Gregratio, I've done it! I know exactly who placed the bomb there.
You do? Then who?
This'll be interesting.
Well, hold on now. I can't just say who I think did it. I have to keep suspense in the air. Also, I think everyone should get all the information at once. So let's round them up.
The script limit is 40 pages, Vince. Let's hurry up.
Don't you worry even for a ziptosecond there, Chief. All is under control and all will be revealed. Okie dokes. Let's get everyone into a neutral location of sorts so I can monologue.
All right, gang. Let's do our thing.
Well, let's go. I'm tired of waiting.
Well, if it isn't every single body. Thank you all for joining me. I think you will all be very pleased to hear the straight facts I'll be spitting.
Wait, we're not straight.
My facts can be whatever they want to be, Rhonda.
Hey, hurry up this up, strange detective man. This intervention is not a good business opportunity.
And I can't stand being in the same room as Gil over there.
All right, hush. Let's get to the deets. So, when I was first meeting you lovely lot of people, I, as a detective, had to pay extra attention to all of the words y'all said. Nothing was really connecting. That was until Police Chief Scranton tried to get me off the case.
So, you're admitting that it was only me that got this case solved.
He's clearly not saying that the police are truly fools.
Can it? Aren't you a suspected terrorist anyway?
Well, see, that's the thing. Hans Lieburn, besides Stevie, was the first suspect I was able to rule out. Hans said he never killed people during his weird explosion obsession, and from looking at his file, it's true. He went to great lengths to make sure of it, in fact. The bomb was found during active hours of both establishments. A detonation would have meant a massive loss of life. So, I was able to rule out the possibility of Hans going to jail a 15th time.
Actually, it would have been my 16th time. I did a brief stint of grand larceny in high school.
Please?
Actually, fun fact, most bomb enthusiasts start out as grand larcenists.
Please, shut up about grand larceny.
Meanwhile, I focused on Gil and Kath, wondering why they had such an angry past. Catherine's father owns H2.50, a company that leaves her rolling in dough. But there are many liquid types this company produces, and I think some may have specific uses. Chief Scranton said way back by the dumpster that his team was working with another to create a type of water that could diffuse any bomb it covered.
As much as I hate to say this, H2.50 is the company we're working with.
Sublime! Rhonda Rhimes wins sometimes.
So, Catherine couldn't have done it because she's a suck-up to her daddy, and, well, since he was working on bomb diffusal properties, she'd hate bombs.
That seems like a relatively loose connection. After an early promising start, this script is a major mixed bag all around.
Well, actually, yes. My father did teach me about the bombs, and you know, when I first heard about this bomb threat, I reached out and asked if they wanted any of the bomb diffusing water, but the bomb squad was already on it.
But you let Hans Lieburn into your establishment, a notorious person who's obsessed with bombs?
Stagger off! Surely you know a thing or two about being so swamped you're barely able to run an establishment.
Wait a minute, you have trouble running your business too?
Well, yeah, I guess, sometimes.
All right, you're proven innocent. You're not relevant anymore. And Rhonda, why is Gil innocent? I mean, I know, but this is your time in the spotlight.
Well, it's actually more elementary than you guess. I figured it out from what Buford said. Gil has been in the slammer before and wants no one else to go through that bore. He hires former convicts off the streets, being a huge help in their time of need. He has no motive to do something such as this, and that is what I believe proves his innocence.
So we can rule out the hotel owners and the terrorists. You got anything else?
What was truly the breakthrough wasn't from anything related to the great process of elimination. Instead, what Chief said made me realize that it couldn't be anyone else but Buford Logstone.
What? That is preposterous. I have zero motive for something like that. You can't connect me to anything.
That's true. Buford Logstone does not have any evidence relating him to being the bomber, but I know someone who might. You see, my second best friend, Police Chief Scranton, mentioned the certain existence of a Stuart Groglone, apparently a famous chess player. Sounds an awful lot like your name, Buford.
Oh, well, I'm sure it's just a coincidence. Isn't that, Detective?
Maybe in another universe. Rhonda, punch him!
Whoa!
Ow!
Oh!
Drat on your robes, Vince. You're still not supposed to use physical force on people like that. And what did that even accomplish? Oh, really surprising. A ginger tries to hide his real self from the rest of the world. Major shocker.
Dude, you really missed a lot. This here is Stevie Wilkson, who was supposed to be the clerk at the Triple M Hotel, but apparently was this whole time Buford Logstone, the receptionist at the Triple H Motel.
The man I punched was Stevie. Hooray! This has really made my day.
Ah, Stevie. Naming an alter ego of yourself after a chess player? You really thought you could bust me with that, dude? I thought you were smarter than that.
Well, so, wait, you mean that the man that I hired to be my receptionist is one and the same with that young kid Catherine hired?
And Stevie, you've been working at Gil's establishment this whole time? How could you?
Well, for other reasons, I already made Buford Logstone my alter ego, and I want to support both businesses. I can't pick favorites. Honesty, I swear. I haven't even played the same color of chess twice in a row.
It's pretty funny how we both got duped though, ain't it?
Yeah. Mr. Vince, Detective, sir, you have more evidence, though, to support that Buford Stevie is the culprit, besides this name being the same as a chess legend's, surely?
That I do. Firstly, that toupee he's wearing will be the perfect thing to detect any sort of radar detection from Gil's Gingernator, or whatever that was. Secondly, before Rhonda and I could introduce ourselves, Buford referred to both of us as detectives. And lastly, Stevie mentioned starting an Apple-themed board business, and Apple Night is a treasured event at the Triple H. Now, Stevie, your use of explosives has given me a lot to think about in terms of trust and friendship that will probably lead me to having an existential crisis in a couple hours, but for now, Vince Gumshoes wins again!
I know I have a lot to explain on a lot of different accounts, but one thing I promise you is that I didn't do it without force. Someone forced me to do it. I didn't want to do it on my own. And frankly, I can't tell you who, because I'm afraid they're going to do something bad.
Oh, sure, Stevie. Really believable. Playing the victim card. Inconceivable.
Well, wait a minute here. This red-headed fella might be telling the truth. You see, the ginger chapter 3 threw out some doubles as a lie detector, and nothing came up for him. I believe he was forced into this predicament.
Oh, drat and rats.
Oh, crud. I thought Stevie was really the mastermind behind all this. He used to always beat me in chess, too. Who could it have really been then?
Oh, my dear old God. It's been you this whole time, hasn't it, Gumshoes?
Sorry, what?
I thought you just got lucky with cases like this, but now I realize there is no case. You're no detective. This has just been you pretending to play detective. this whole time. You come up with all this malarkey, you create a case, and then you solve it yourself, just so you can give yourself some semblance of glory. It all adds up. You've known this Stevie fella for years. It was you that made him do this. You don't know how mad this revelation makes me, but I know my emotions are gonna do a 180 when you're locked up behind bars, Vincey.
What? No!
I will not stand by for this bull crap unfolding before me. I'm not gonna try and sugarcoat any of this with rhyming. I'm not gonna do a slam poet Supergirl. I have had it up to here with you, Scranton. I understand Vince and I don't do things in the regular detective way, but you have no reason to try and expose him as a fraud as much as you do!
Good grief, Vince. Put your sidekick on a leash. You threaten an officer like that again, and I won't pay any care to your superheroes are unarrestable bullcrap. You threaten to make me weaker than the crook in the alley? Well, I'll put both of you behind bars for much, much longer.
Oh my goshy goodness, that's it! The person who made Stevie lay down the explosives. It was the random crook from the alley.
Who? I have never heard of this individual.
Do they have a very normal and forgettable appearance?
A most forgettable indeed, the normalest crook I've seen.
Yeah, well, that's them then.
Of course it is. It all adds up. The miraculous marauder talked of both having 2-ton nails and a pet piranha as a kid. Sounds like the kind of exotic animals Buford Logstone will be selling.
And Hans was talking about how grand larcenists become bombers over time. I really think we're correct in this find.
Of course we are. Rhonda, please refrain from using the G word and the L word together like that.
Totes. That's now in my notes.
So, you're telling me this entire case was for nothing? We locked up that culprit 3 hours ago.
Well, that random crook's sentencing is probably getting a raise. Hey, he deserves it too. And grand larcenists only get 15 months?
It's 90, moron.
90 months? Oh my goodness, that's almost 100 months. Yeah, it's still too low for them.
Well, if Stevie was playing a part in this crime, doesn't that mean he deserves jail time?
Did this man threaten your family?
Yeah.
Oh, true.
Well, your hand was forced. You're free to go.
Based.
Oh, shut up. All you did was give a man a longer sentence. You're useless, Vince.
Chief, I believe you just to be jealous. When it comes to hating Vince, you are way too zealous.
Why, I oughta...
Hey, now you two, I know you like to throw down in fisticuffs, but let's settle this like men. Or whatever the right term to use is. Whatever. Rock, paper, scissors, Chief.
What? Why would I want to...
Here's the best detective.
Okay. You're on. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot! Oh, my life is meaningless!
Well, hey, Catherine, well, I know you're a scourge upon the earth, but do you want to go read some mystery novels at the library?
Well, Gil, I think I'd like that.
Let's go! Alrighty.
Well, Rhonda, looks like our job here is done. We got all the information wrapped up. Want to go file some paperwork down at the OCE?
While others often consider that a bore right now, I'd like nothing more.
I can't believe the writers never followed up on anything about the High Detectives Guild.